Hello?
Hey, David.
Now, Dickers, you're calling me for bail money. You've already used your get-out-jail cards.
Nope, nothing like that. You got any barrels?
We got some 2-year-old barrels.
What could you do me about 8 or 10 of those for?
At $100 a piece.
I'm gonna call that a deal.
In the Smoky Mountains, after discovering a prime source of limestone water,
Very pure, very clean.
Mark and Digger are sourcing white oak barrels to fulfill a lifelong dream of making authentic Tennessee whiskey.
Our water's good, and we can make the best Tennessee whiskey that East Tennessee's ever had.
There he is.
And look at them barrels.
Oh, my.
Look like they've been through a damn congressional subcommittee.
Our friend David, he has some 2-year-old barrels. Man, you don't know what a solid you've done us. These barrels are perfect. That'll work us a long time, cuz.
Yeah. Gonna make fine liquor.
Our conscience is the only guide we have.
Here, you jump these barrels and I roll them. If you'll jump 10 of these, you win the princess. And it ain't a princess, it's a JB.
Oh, no. When we took possession of this building, it had this big old metal rack. I think it'll make a perfect barrel rack. We put these up high, store the rest of them down low. I think we can turn this old rack into something really, really beneficial to us. Since this liquor is going straight into a barrel, by the time that the barrel works its magic on it, it should be fantastic liquor.
The change in barometric pressure up and down causes all the liquor to get exposed to the inside char of that barrel.
Looking good. Ooh, come out of there, young feller.
How's my hair?
Oh, hell, looks like it's been combed with firecrackers.
Oh?
Yeah.
Up on the barrel. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, you're wearing me out. I got my fingertips. Look at them.
Son of a bitch.
Your face is turning red. We ain't as young as we once were, and these are heavy.
Let's spin. There you go.
I want something mean to kill me, not a silly-ass barrel. All right, that's at 12 o'clock.
I think the barrel rack looks great, but a lot of work to fill in these barrels. It's 585 gallons. It's gonna take a long time.
We can put one more up here, one more here, and one more there.
Yeah, boy. Mark and Digger's Tennessee whiskey. Come on in here, cuz.
At least you could have done come out and help me push this up that ramp. Well, we got all our components in here for a steel. We're right here next to everything we need, ingredient and equipment-wise. Let's get busy.
All right.
We'll get everything set up the way we need it, and we can make the best Tennessee whiskey East Tennessee's ever seen.
Here we go.
Mark and Digger's Tennessee whiskey. Just rolls off your tongue, don't it? Well, we got all our components in here for a steel. Got all our barrels in place. Now it's time to build our furnace. There's some block in here. Now the furnace itself, we're gonna build it a little different than what we build in the woods. We're gonna use cinder blocks like we did in the old steel houses back in the day. But because this one is temporary, we're not gonna mud it in. We're gonna fill the holes up with sand to provide extra insulation. It'll heat up and it'll keep reflecting that heat back toward the steel pot.
Having this space around through there makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Now that heat can escape out these ends now, it'll come up. It saves us time. We're not spending as much money on propane, and we're making liquor a whole lot quicker. It doesn't help the ABV, but you're making it faster, which lets you get back to making mash faster, which means you're making your next pot faster.
Well, you know, it'll hold the heat, but we just need it to be here long enough to get them barrels filled up. Come summertime, it'll be tore down, we'll be back in the woods.
Yeah, kind of looks like a damn tractor trailer run through a brickyard with a copper kettle on its ass.
You know, this old furnace, we did not build it for attractiveness. We built it for purpose. And I think it will be far more effective than any furnace that we've ever had. Look at it.
Yeah, if we have to, we can run a shower curtain across through there. Boy, she ain't pretty around that furnace, but I'm gonna tell you, it'll be the best it's ever been. Well, we ain't gonna get done if we don't get started.
We only need, if we can get about 6 inches, our poop.
Well, I was gonna fill it up and then wash it down as it rushed out. Get this old rock, put it right there.
We got to get our water source established in the building, so we're going to clean the spring out. It just has to be deep enough for our pump to set in. So we're just going to dig out some of the sediment in the bottom of it, make sure that it's flowing down the drain good.
You hung up? Damn it. Don't fuss, don't cuss, just call us.
All right.
All right, that's got us where we need to be right there.
Plan here is to snake it along the back of the building. It's no place that people will be. There is no benefit at all for anybody to be back there. What do you got? Aw.
Paint them barrels up.
Yeah, pretty.
It's gonna look good and make us feel proud, but if anybody comes in here and gets to looking, we're dead ass guilty right off the bat. Our name is on it.
You know, I've always heard every good artist signs his work, so, you know, I'm okay with it. Of course, if we get caught with it, we can't lie out of it either because our names are stamped on it.
Oh,
I'll be damned.
I ain't never seen nothing that pretty in my life, I don't believe. Well, surely to God we can find enough stuff to put that thing together.
Well, you know, the Tennessee whiskey, it has to be filtered over charcoal. So just so happens, Digger and I, we made one some time back, so we've got a charcoal filter.
We're looking at, what, close to 500 gallon? We run 5 gallon over this. We gotta have something for 500. I just don't think it's long enough. We really need to be close to tripling the size of this filter tube. We need more charcoal surface area. It's longer, that will hold more charcoal, simply because of the volume of liquor we're gonna use.
Hell west and crooked, here it comes.
This filter, it's gonna be built out of a thumb arm. It's about a 4-inch in diameter copper tube, about 3 feet long. We'll pack it with felt, copper discs that'll cause the liquor to separate and trickle down in different areas instead of being one solid stream. And it mellows the liquor a little bit.
We ain't got no staves burnt. They say that maple's the best to put in them, but we ain't got none.
We ain't got no sugar maple around here, but I got some fire coals, white oak. So with 3 feet of charcoal, in addition to having more copper, it's going to pass over, and some felt that'll filter anything that might be in there out.
Is it getting hot on the up there, Puss?
I'm tougher than night in jail. You just lay it to it.
The soldering couldn't be better. It's looking good. The joints are nice. We're going to put a tube in it. We're going to put a bell reducer and a 1/2-inch copper pipe to it where it can just filter out. All right. It ought to stay there, Puss. You know, it's a very simple bill. It's nothing extravagant, but it's a step that must be done to make a Tennessee whiskey. Put it on there.
Goes on there a little smoother, some of that slickum on there, don't it? We'll put a ball valve on it that'll throttle the flow of the liquor down and let it hang out, let the charcoal do its work. Now all we got to do, we'll cut us some fresh felt. We'll put about 4 of them down here. We'll leave it alone, we'll let it leak test. We'll prop it up, and if it's still in there when we come back to check it and put it up, we're in good shape.
Let's go make some liquor.
Here you go, Hattie boy.
Why are you bringing me here?
Well, look around, what do you see?
I mean, I've been here before. I see cars, traffic, middle of downtown, and a spring.
Yep.
What's this got to do with us moving? Digger, he's got an idea for a new still site, but we're in the middle of downtown at the spring. We've got water before here. We've talked about it.
It's sweet, it's sweet.
Yeah, it's wonderful water, but it's downtown. There's nowhere that we can do anything here. We can't set no damn still up here.
Of course we can't. We're gonna pump water right into this building.
You're full of crap.
That ain't got a thing to do with it. This building, in my opinion, was built to make liquor.
I mean, look, damn trucks, tractor and trailers, parking lot.
It's right in the middle of town, close to everything we would ever need. And from everything I've been told all my life, this is limestone hard water. And I don't see any reason why this won't be a damn fine place to make liquor.
Yeah, I know. I've been here before, Puss. I know about this.
Yeah? You know
it's
what's
good
great
water.
about this spring? It's got the potential of putting us on the map as making true Tennessee whiskey.
If we're going to make Tennessee whiskey, we got to have this water tested. We got to make sure that it's hard water.
You know, you always hear songs about Tennessee whiskey, and water like this, I feel like, is why that was able to be it. Get that big old root ball out of there while you bent over. Water like this bubbles through limestone. It's good and hard, which is a prerequisite for yeast to be able to thrive. I mean, it's hiding in plain sight.
I mean, I get it, and I like hiding in plain sight. I do. I mean, that's okay because, you know, what's the old saying? You can't see the forest for the trees.
Exactly.
But you don't know if we can get the building or not. I mean, so right now it's just an idea, right?
Yeah, and it's my idea, and it's a damn good one.
Well, ain't no need of doing nothing, not a damn thing, till you find out about the building.
Mark's been a little bit resistant to the idea. I don't see any problem with it. It's safe as being in your mama's arms.
I'm out.
I mean, if I let you down more than 7 times in the last 2 weeks,
Well, All right. Digger, he's got an idea for a new steel site inside a building and beside a great water source. The thing about it is, he tells me, oh, I don't know who owns it. You know, I don't know really anything about it. What'd you have? Did you just go give the address?
Yeah, just give them the address and they'll pull your property right up.
Are you kidding me?
Ain't that something?
Really? Unbelievably, it is somebody that we do know. Now, whether we can get it, that we don't know. Well, let's get him on the phone.
Hurdle number 1, cleared easy. Found out who owns the property. Now hurdle number 2, we're gonna call him and see if he has any problem with letting us rent this or use this building.
Hey, Digger.
Hello, John.
How are you doing?
Well, we were going to talk to you about a little business.
All right.
We're looking at a little small warehouse downtown, and I've learned, lo and behold, you had bought it.
Okay, yep, I know the building.
Have you done anything with it?
I haven't been there for quite a while, and I know there's a bunch of junk in it.
If you'll let us look at it and see if it'll suit us, do you care to rent it for a couple of 3 months maybe?
I don't normally rent the building.
It'll be like you make a little bit of money and nobody will ever know anybody's in it.
Well, yeah, there's a door around back that I know that you can get into, so go ahead and look at it, see if it'll do what you need it to. We can always work something out, but as far as I'm concerned, you do anything that's not good, and this conversation never even happened.
I understand.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, buddy, thanks. Bye. The only stipulation, he doesn't want to know a damn thing about what we're doing with it, which is fine with us. We're in business. Oh, yeah, it ain't gonna be no fun, but we can get back through here.
We just got to get back here one time.
Yeah, it's a little bit mushy back here. Whatever's holding it, it wasn't much. Well, damn, Hattie boy. Looks bigger from outside.
You think?
Not horrible bad.
Wow.
This'll be all right.
How you doing there, cuz?
What's going on?
Well, there's something about people named Mark. You got a nice new truck, and he got a nice new truck.
If you get off your butt and get a job, you could have one
Do a
too.
little bit more work, you can get that done.
Well, boy, there's a lot of things worse than not having a new truck. Having a damn job's one of them.
We need a favor, old buddy.
I kind of figured you just needed something.
We need that water tested, see if it's got anything bad in it, see about the mineral content.
Make sure there's no chemicals in it.
That's what I'd worry about more than anything. I don't think it'd be anything upstream from here, but you never know.
You never know.
I'm not going to ask you what you're doing with it. I kind of got an idea.
Well, you know, we know you and we know you'll keep quiet about it, but we really need this done and we didn't know who to ask.
Okay, no problem. I'll take care of you on it. Let me get my test kit and we'll go at it.
Yeah, boy.
He brought his lunch bucket.
This is kind of interesting, huh?
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this ladle up and I'm going to put 100 mils in that. I'll take it and run it in the lab.
We're interested in the hardness.
I can check that pH and everything.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if it's got any coliforms or E. coli.
That's the stuff that gives you a bad belly, don't it?
Yeah. Real quick.
Okay.
You can through a keyhole.
Digger, if you can do me a favor,
Let me take that lid
put about
off.
100 mils in here.
We don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but we want to make sure this water's perfect. If that's the case, then we'll probably produce the best Tennessee whiskey that East Tennessee's ever seen.
When can we expect to hear back from this?
In 24 hours.
Hey, we appreciate you, brother.
One of these days I may need a favor.
We'll do
You
it.
never know.
We'll fix you right
You can
up.
ask around. We know how to return a favor.
Don Corleone.
Don Corleone. We got to get some lights up because that door can't be open after we get started doing business.
Hope this thing's rated for fat, boy.
We want to get a jump start on making this Tennessee whiskey. So we're going to get started cleaning on the warehouse while we're waiting for Mark's call concerning the water test. If it's not just right, then, you know, we're out of luck here.
Hey, there's our boy. Hello there, Mark.
What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to talk Mark into not jumping off his ladder.
You better not let him fall off that thing.
Yeah, he's got enough padding on him, he won't bounce real high.
Okay. I've got your results back.
Wonderful.
Yep.
What we looking like?
Believe it or not, that's probably the best water I've tested around here in this town anywhere.
Sure enough.
Everything come out good and clean and clear, and
Good hard water?
yeah, it's real hard. It's got a lot of limestone in it.
Oh.
pH is about a 5.3.
We hit the jackpot. Our friend Mark, he said the calcium and magnesium is as high as he's seen in this region. Those are the two main ingredients we need to make fine mash for Tennessee whiskey.
I have a feeling I know what your boys are up to, and they should make some damn good Tennessee whiskey.
Well, if we get in that business, we'll see if we can't run you up a little dose of that.
All right, man. I appreciate it. If you need anything else, just holler at me.
You do the same, brother. If you need anything out of us, all you got to do is holler.
Across the state line, 8 counties away, Mark and Digger are engaged in a competition that'll determine which shine they'll run to kick off their season. Their goal? Develop a handcrafted liquor that outshines the cheaply flavored corporate alcohol filling liquor store shelves.
You can make alcohol, but making quality alcohol, that's a whole different ballgame. You get what you pay for. And when you pay for good ingredients, it's 3 times better as far as the flavor goes. It adds so much more to it. I'm so sorry. It'd been the same way when you lose this bet earlier.
Yeah. You just keep telling yourself that. I'm gonna get started on my mash, puss.
Well, you go ahead and do what you got to do, and I'll pour me some sugar in my barrel.
You know, this location, our laboratory, so to speak, is just excellent for these small runs. But you do not, and I can't stress this enough, want to experiment with a new recipe 700 gallons at a time. You know, it's just entirely too much to lose.
So Mark and I got to talking about the flavor of the season. He wanted to do a cherry vanilla, and I'm kind of partial to a creamy key lime, like the pie filling.
I don't know of anybody that's ever done anything like this.
Last season, Mark and Digger expanded production twofold with a new 700-gallon 3-pot still.
We're going to solidify our reputation. This one's going to get vanilla bean, and that one there is Vermont maple syrup.
And produced a lineup of brand new flavors.
He wants mushmelon liquor. It's time to mash in the grappa.
We want a lot of that great flavor to carry on in.
Now Mark and Digger are pushing the envelope of innovation to start their season off strong.
This season, our goal is 1,100 gallons. And with these specialty liquors, we can make an astronomical amount of money on them.
It's a known fact people will pay whatever it takes to get our specialty liquors. You know, we excel in them. Well, mine's gonna be more gooder.
Whatever you say. I just don't want you crying the blues when it's all said and done.
You both can't be winners. I can't win, he can't win. And whichever one turns out to be the chosen one, that's the one that we scale up and we fix and we sell.
That's the po-po. There's my ride. Makes me nervous hearing all them syringes.
Yeah, but this is the last place in the world anybody'd expect to look for us.
Well, you're probably right. It's in the middle of town, but it's still hid. And the police expect moonshiners to be out in the weeds, so they're probably looking for a still site in the woods.
I'm trying to squeeze up these cherries just to bust the hull on them some. They're very sweet, pungent. Don't take a lot of them, I wouldn't think. Send him home with his tail between his legs.
Talk that old smack. You know, the route I'm going with my key lime recipe, I just need a little sugar right now. I could infuse lime flavor in it, but citrus doesn't ferment well. It gets too acidic quick, so I'd prefer to infuse it after the fact. So while I'm waiting on my mash to heat up, I gotta squeeze about 4 gallons of lime juice, put them in the refrigerator. I'm gonna just sit back and relax while my hard work will come after the run.
Now, what I'm going to do here
is make some horrible liquor. A lot of effort being put into a lost liquor.
Oh, he can't help it. He's an idiot.
When you really start ribbing somebody when there's competition going on, just like prize fight, I mean, you get in somebody's head, you live there free. Gets a little psychological advantage on them.
I just want a little hint of vanilla. These things are $27 an ounce. I'm just going to let them steep to bring out the flavor.
You're stirring your mash with a stick's got paint all over it. That old paint, that might be old lead paint.
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's gonna poison everybody in the country.
He'd piss off a preacher. You'll be laughing out the other side of your mouth here in 5 or 6 days.
Cherry vanilla sounds just a tiny bit sissy.
Compared to key lime pie, you're crazy.
Key lime is a manly man's dessert. Oh, I got plenty of alcohol, Hattie boy.
Wow. This mash is top notch. Digger better bring his A game, 'cause he's gonna need it.
Rock and roll. May the best man win.
Who's that I hear coming?
I'm here, boys.
That's J.B. Raider, Esquire.
The hell you up to?
You need a little hit of O2 to get you through after them steps?
Nah.
Mentor to Mark and Digger and partner of the notorious shiner Popcorn Sutton, J.B. Raider is a living legend in the world of moonshine.
That's just the last one.
And a producer of some of the finest liquor ever tasted in Appalachia.
We got liquor running out of 2 stills. Mine's just like Digger's old lady. It's putting out all over town.
All over town.
Whichever one of them is the best, that's the one that we're going to go with and run.
That's where you come into play. You're going to be the blind taste tester.
Oh, yeah.
You don't give a to do it, do you?
No. I'll just tell you like it is.
I know JB as good as anybody, and he's not going to make a hasty decision on it. And whatever he comes up with, we know that we can take it out in the world and make plenty of money on it. How you coming over there?
Uh-oh, I've got a drop of liquor. That's a pretty good stream right there. You got any liquor going yet there, big boy?
Yeah, I'm just now starting.
Ain't really what I wanted to hear.
Mark don't know what I know. I got a little secret weapon. I know J.B. Raider loves a key lime pie better than anything out there.
They always coming with up some new every time.
I about died, so I'm gonna kill my fire. The consumer wants these sipping creams, dessert drinks, if you will. And they're selling them off in these legal moonshine distilleries. Well, we have to keep up with what the consumer wants too. There's one. What do you think there, Raider?
It tastes like key lime pie. I taste the cherries, and there's something else in it.
Well, if you was gonna pick one out, where would you be?
Damn, it's close. I'll go with that one.
No praise, just throw money.
Congratulations, Hattie boy.
Just because you make whiskey in Tennessee, that does not make it Tennessee whiskey.
Go easy with it.
It has its own particular recipe. It has its own particular way of filtering and aging. And if you don't do this step by step, then you have not made true Tennessee whiskey.
Now, true Tennessee whiskey, it's got to be predominantly corn. We're using close to 80% in our grain bill. Then the malted barley and then some rye. Well, those flavors come through. By and large, the flavor profile is going to be there and it's going to be fine liquor.
You're gonna unzip it, ain't you?
Well, if I can, I will.
You're a patient man.
You seen who I'm married to?
You're the only fella I know's been married 3 times and still got the same in-laws.
Yep. Lay it to it. The reason we put the malted barley in, it possesses enzymes. They have the alpha amylase that we need to help convert these starches into fermentable sugars. This is going to put us at 240 pounds. Delicious. Ah, boy, I like hearing that opening up. You get her stirring up good. It'll take 2 pounds of yeast to kick this off good.
That's 2 pounds, ain't it?
Yeah.
Now this is where the pressure's on Digger. You know, he's the grain man, he's the mash guru, so, you know, I hope all of his measurements are correct, because ball's in his court now.
That's the end of that love story. Here, let me see that rascal right over here a minute. You're probably getting tired anyhow. Now, with this flavor profile we've got with our grain bill, beyond that, when we put it in that barrel and age it, 6 months will start adding those flavor profiles. You're gonna get the vanillas, you're gonna get the cinnamons, you're gonna get the oak.
Ain't nothing now to let it do but to do its deal, ain't it?
Sit there and work off. Those flavor profiles are what separate a true Tennessee whiskey from an aged liquor.
Cover her up, turn the heat off. It'll stay warm in here tonight. Let's come back in the morning, check on it, stir it, see where we're at.
I'm with you. Yeah,
Whoa.
that'd knock your head off. Get you a big, deep breath, big nose.
Oh, I
hit.
love it. It takes the breath out of your lungs, but damn, I love it. I don't never get enough of it.
We've been checking this mash pretty much every day just because we're in a new environment. We don't know how it's gonna run, but man, this place smells outstanding. Everything's worked perfect. This is gonna make some fabulous Tennessee whiskey. And here we are, we're ready to run this stuff. I'm lit, go slow. I never lost a hire.
You know what? This is the first big run of liquor that we've run indoors since popcorn.
Yeah.
I'll get our condenser going. We'll let these heads escape a little.
I'll get paste and a tub to build it in.
We're inside. The wind and the elements aren't pecking on our back door, and nothing has went afoul yet, so we're comfortable. I know there's still people out there that's trying to make liquor in the elements and the cold weather, and I don't envy them that, but better them than us. Big Sloppy, her first run ever indoors.
Yeah, she's happier than a hog and slop. Me and her talk a lot.
Okay.
Sometimes she answers.
All the liquor we've done on her, this is her first inside run. I tell you what, while we're waiting on this, let's get our filter hung. You want to?
Why not?
Show me how you had in mind for it.
We've got this run going good. That's a good thing because we've got another process we have to take.
Where you want this thing here, Push?
Well, I think it needs to be right in the middle where we can kind of service both racks. It being our version of Tennessee whiskey, we've got a charcoal filter. That's harder than Superman's kneecap. We filter this liquor through our liquor filtration system we built because that's part of the requirement of Tennessee whiskey. It has to be over so many inches of charcoal.
I'm a-liking it.
This alcohol is going to get to hang out. It's not going to be immediately sold and consumed. It's going to sit in the barrel for a couple of 3 years. Spaghetti's what we make, which is going to involve our filter. And we're going to have to pack it full of felt, copper, charcoal. Get a hose put on it, and then we can pump the liquor, let it trickle through the filter slowly. We can drop that hose into the barrel, let it run right in. We got to go faster. We'll run back down. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, hell, we did spill some.
Yeah.
Can't cry over spilled liquor. I say we got the bung out of that and let's just go with it.
Lay it to it.
All right, there we go, Hattie boy.
Crank her up.
Watch her go. Oh. The filter, it mellows the liquor, if you will. If there's any type of fire in it at all, being a hot, unpleasant taste, like the fusel oils, charcoal mellows that out, which is a great thing.
So we're done, that's good. I tell you what, let's do. Let's taste a little bit of it.
Yeah, we kind of need to get a reading on it.
We ain't took a sup of it yet, and this way it's done filtered. Digger and I, we kind of went a ways into this run and hadn't really tasted it, so we decided to see if it's worth drinking after we run it through the charcoal filter. Look how that's a sweating on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
It tastes like liquor. Oh, about 2 years in that barrel yonder, it's gonna be fine.
If it gets much better, I won't be able to stand it. I think it's outstanding liquor, but by the time that the barrel works its magic on it, it should be fantastic liquor. The water, that limestone spring is...
Yeah, that's the deal on it. This alcohol, it's Tennessee whiskey, and it's just sitting over there, and we just get to forget about it and let it hang out for a couple of 3 years. But in the meantime, we can't go broke. We got to make a little money ourselves. We've always got Daniel we could rely on making corn liquor.
We'll fill them all.
Boom.
There he is.
Right over Daniel Boone.
What are you doing, big boy?
We're running this Tennessee whiskey, but we put Daniel to work making corn liquor. So we're going to set him up with some sugar and some yeast and corn, and we got a little bit of information for Daniel too.
We brought you a few supplies, our old buddy.
Well, I'm glad of it. We'll turn them into some good liquor.
You've been running good, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Old buddy of ours we grew up with has called us, and he said, you know, I've got some information for you. Seems like Daniel's old partner, Mike, and his buddy, Jerry, they're making mistakes one after another.
I ain't stout like you.
All right, brother. That ought to do you for a day or two.
You can't
That
beat
ought to
that,
do you.
can you?
No, sir. I got a little bit something else to put on you.
Okay.
Tell him there, Hattie boy.
Word is, one of Mike's buyers and Jerry's buyers has been busted.
Well, ain't that a bitch?
Living in the South and in the mountains, everybody knows everybody, basically. And the word that Digger and I are getting is that one of their customers has been caught and busted. You know, if history's proven anything, it's when people are in trouble, they'll sing like a damn canary.
Every time. You know, I'm kind of surprised at this. That just tells me that Mike's being stupid.
You know, they're youngins, they ain't got no loyalty. And they're every one of them cowards. They won't go do their time and keep their mouth shut.
Well, you know damn well that I know all about that. I got through under the bus and pulled out and run over, you know that.
Yeah. Well, you know, Daniel, you could tell he had a little quirky smile on his face. I'm sure that he's thinking the same thing the rest of us do. You know, like I told him, Carmen's a fickle bitch.
That's enough said. It's cold. Let's get out of here. I think deep down inside, Daniel's a little bit content and happy with this news, but we're in the same business. So,
We've made a couple of runs, and we're clicking right along.
you know, I can't believe we ain't had no major catastrophes.
Hush, you only jinx.
I know I'm the superstitious one. Oh, Lord, I spoke too soon. It is the one, the only killer bees.
Buenos dias, senor.
What do you need? We're busier than a sick cat.
I have an order for you guys. I need 100 gallons of aged corn liquor.
We ain't got none.
Yeah, we don't got none.
Well, what about those barrels that are upstairs?
I love the look of that gentleman thing.
Kind of like parting with our baby. You know, we told you when we give you that 5 gallons earlier that there wouldn't be no more of that. That's our
That's all there is.
401W. That's our retirement liquor. It ain't
Yeah.
for sale.
Well, here's the situation. These cats are out on tour. I don't need it right now.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Yes,
It's not available right now, and it ain't corn liquor, but it's got corn in it. It's a 3-grain blend, Tennessee whiskey. This is Mark and Digger aged Tennessee whiskey.
and do you have that?
Well, let me work on something.
We have the Mark and Digger Tennessee whiskey, but it's not 5 weeks old yet, let alone 5 years. I have no idea what Digger's thinking. This is lunacy.
I got a couple of things I got to check into to make sure I can make this happen. If I can get it in play, it'll be in their hands in 5 to 6 months.
Give me a ballpark figure on price.
$225 a gallon, Deeves. I'll have you 100 gallons.
All right, I'll talk to you next week, man.
All right, see you, bye.
You just promised 2 barrels of 5-year-old liquor. You ain't got nothing. You've lost your ever-loving mind.
I've got an idea. It may come to fruition.
I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes you let your mouth write checks that your can't cash.
Mark thinks I'm off my damn rocker, but this is a proven thing with experts way beyond us. I got this. It'll be fine.
All right, genius, what's the plan? Tell me, do, please.
Sea aging.
Sea agent? What the hell?
Putting it on a boat in that salty environment, bouncing around, temperature changing, barometric pressure changing. 1 month's equivalent to 1 year. You can put liquor in a barrel, put it on a ship, let it float around for a while, and 1 month gives the equivalent that a year would in a barrel house. It gives it the characteristics of liquor that's way older than what it is. When you think about it, within a couple of 100 miles on the ocean, the temperature changes, it's constantly moving, the barometric pressure is constantly moving. They've been doing this since the 1700s. They do it for cognac, rum, now we're gonna do it Tennessee whiskey.
How'd you get so damn smart on sea agent?
While you're polishing on all them old hot rods and everything, driving around, making sure the battery's charged up, I'm reading. I read. If you'd look on the internet, you'd see.
I don't do the internet, you know that.
Well, you're going to start.
We just put liquor in the damn truck and drive to the ocean?
Yeah, I know a guy's got a boat. It's a shrimp boat. I buy shrimp off of him every time I go over there. We're in Tennessee. Yeah, I'm smart enough to realize that, but the ocean's that way. We can get there. If I didn't think I could produce it, I damn sure wouldn't obligate to 100 gallons of it.
I thought he's done crazy stuff before. I think this is crazy, but very slowly, it's beginning to make sense. 6 months, hell, we gotta make another trip to come back and fetch it.
Yeah, but it'll be warm weather then. I can take you out fishing.
No, I ain't getting on no boat.
Why?
I don't trust the ocean.
We ain't going on the ocean, we'll do backwater.
Yeah, I don't know about that. There's still critters in it. Just for the record, Mark Wayne Ramsey does not swim. There's too many things out there that will eat your
I bet there's an alligator in there.
God almighty, I ain't wanting no alligator business here.
No, alligator's only good for one thing. That's to make a wallet or shoes out of. All right, well, let's go find Shorty.
Captain Shorty?
There he is.
You Shorty?
Yes, sir. So this is going to be the boat that we're going to be using right here.
Oh, I thought it was going to be that little bitty.
I mean, we could try that one, but I don't think it's going to hold those barrels. We'll get that winch down, get that rope down here.
What's under here? Can I back this truck up on here?
No, sir, not unless you want to go swimming. There's a lot of water under there.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, hell, we'd have our liquor and truck and everything be in the water. It's obvious now that this isn't going to be as easy as I thought it was. We have to get the barrels closer to the boat.
How about that?
Reckon you can keep track of them for a month or 2 or 5 or 6?
Oh, I ain't going to lose them. I ain't going to lose them, that's for sure.
I smell a little liquor, don't you?
I do.
I know we're supposed to smell liquor, but it smells a little bit strong to me, Puss.
Let that tailgate down. We can get up in there and rook it over.
It's not out of the ordinary to smell a little liquor. There's 100 gallons of it in these barrels, but I smell a powerful smell of liquor, and you know, there's obviously a leak somewhere.
Well, hell, here's your problem. When we've been moving these around, we've tore that plastic bung. These are plastic bungs they replaced in the old wood bungs. It snagged on a nail or something. We were rolling off that pallet, and it tore that bung.
Is that liquor all over that barrel? Smell of your hands there, Puss.
You smell of it. Tell me, I can smell it right here.
Yeah, we've lost liquor. As much as 5 gallons has possibly sloshed out on the trip up here.
We got to come up something cramming that bung hole so it don't leak liquor all over your boat.
Let's get this one out of here. Let's practice on this one for the time being. Damn!
We get the picnic table, turn it long ways. We can roll the barrels right off on it and then get closer to that boat.
She got some weight to her, don't she? All right, fellas.
Ow.
Whoa! Have we broke that bung?
Not as bad as you'd think.
Thank the Lord it didn't hit hard enough. We're not leaking, but it ain't in the boat yet.
Ah, we're almost there. Whoa. We got her.
Before we do this next one, we gotta fix this bung.
Fellas, you think that's gonna work? That's how we get down. Bid. Takes the lines apart.
Looks like one of them prehistoric petrified sperm out of a dinosaur.
We'll see if it'll...
Oh, boom.
Look at that.
Lord.
Yeah,
we can't roll it now.
We had to turn
take that out of that bung and swap this and out over there.
Your education was worth every penny.
Hurry, all the curls coming out of my hair in this rain.
It's a fid, something that's used to repair nets. Put that in there. But it is the perfect thing that we need to fix our bung.
And this one's gonna drop too. Bam! Get in there and get it, Hattie. That's gonna knock you overboard.
It's all right. I didn't need that knee anyway. We've done something that we've never, ever done before in our life is hauled 100 gallons of whiskey to the coast and put it on a shrimp boat.
Damn.
It's on there, Puss.
All right, fellas, you're all squared away.
You know, it's kind of melancholy. We sit here and, you know, we've got the barrels on the boat. You know, we're just sitting there waving like parents watching their children going off to war. I don't remember having an any better end to a season in recent history. This just been outstanding. If this sea aging goes the way we want it to, we're bound to have some of the finest Mark and Digger's Tennessee whiskey you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I'm gonna run something past you.
What you got on your mind?
Look here, what I got in mind.
But to mass produce it in the woods, they'll need a custom-designed copper still.
You know, if we're gonna run the multi-grain popcorn Sutton legacy liquor, it needs a new still, kind of like popcorns, to make this liquor the best that it can be. We simply take a 10-foot sheet of copper and bend it over, 2 of them actually, and then by folding it over and making it mailbox shape, you eliminate the need to make that damn cape.
I really like that.
On a traditional pot steel, the cape is what sits on the very top of the pot. It's the part that slopes up, coming to the collar that the cap goes down in. This provides for a lot of strength, but it's also my Achilles heel.
It ain't meant to be. I ain't big on cutting out capes.
The whole reason of a cape is for a smooth transition, funneling the steam up to the cap. But honestly, you know, such as this.
Yeah.
With the arch of this mailbox steel, the whole top third of it is basically a cape. This looks different from popcorn steel, but the biggest similarity in them has the same surface area as the cape on popcorn's pot steels. There has to be so much surface area for the vapors to come in contact with the copper to take the sulfides out of it. So if you take the best recipe and what we hope is going to be the very best steel, then you can't have anything but the finest liquor that's ever been.
And then a cap right on top.
A cap right on top, right in the middle. Reckon we need to put a big postal flag on it.
Maybe. Ready
a big handle here.
Make it look like a big-ass mailbox. Camouflage it a little bit.
I think it'll make a good-looking steel.
I smell liquor. You been drinking?
No, I've marked this end piece before I soldered the bottom end, so it changed it, so I had to use some liquor to take them Sharpie marks off.
You wasted liquor for that.
In Cocke County, Tennessee, Mark and Digger are putting the final touches on a new still designed specifically to make quality multigrain moonshine the way their mentor, Popcorn Sutton, did.
I'm gonna flux you up.
This mailbox steel, you know, it's a little different design from popcorn steel, but we're trying to maintain the surface area. The more surface area of copper you have, the more sulfides that come out of the liquor. That looks good, that's good.
Consider yourself fluxed.
We feel that it will suffice very well. A little bit more soldering to do on it, get it buttoned up. Really?
You got that gangster look going on.
I ain't telling you no more. Leave me the hell alone. I'm trying to do some work here. Way more soldering on this one than on a pot steel. I mean, 2 cores, 3 seams, a bottom with 4 sides on it, but also with all the flat sides of this steel, the inside pressure pushing out on it, we've tried to brace it up internally and externally as best we can. All right.
Well, I ain't never seen one freehand a circle so pretty before.
Oh, yeah.
You're like a human compass. You know, we go through the whole process of getting this ready, cut the hole for the cap. We're ready to go.
The moment of truth has arrived. It's time to test the steel, roll it outside, and begin filling it up with water. But this is a new steel, so I'm always concerned about leaks. $1,500 and 50 hours of work in this thing.
Here's the moment of truth, Hattie boy.
You know, if we got no leaks, why, we're ready to make liquor with it. Moonshine gods, please don't let that steel leak. You know, honestly, right now, it makes you nervous, but you gotta test it before you put mash in it. You don't want it to leak then for sure, but... Up. Speak of a leak.
Around the core?
Oh, yeah. A bad one down here. We're gonna go ahead and try to fix this one.
I'm hitting it dead on that spot. You got her, boy.
Uh-oh.
It's pushing against this brace. I'm worried about it holding together. We're noticing the ends of the steel beginning to bulge.
I just felt it giving right then.
We're actually afraid to go any farther with it.
I'll get the water.
We're afraid it'll rip the copper out at the bottom.
That spout, it was 1 inch up, and it's against the ground.
You're pushed out against your end here now pretty hard.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a tremendous amount of force it's pushing right there. I know what to do right now. We need to be making liquor. We got to figure out something to do this better.
We got to put something that's got a wide footprint to go entirely against the end of that. Maybe 2-inch angle iron.
It's got to do worse than this for us to give up on it.
We got way too much time and money in it not to use it. With the ends bulging the way they are, we've got to secure them up with some bracing. And we've decided just to use some angle iron bracing.
So we're gonna rig us up a little something. We don't have time to weld it up. So we're just gonna drill holes, bolt clamps on the end of it with angle iron running across the backside. It's strong. You can't bend it. It's got plenty of structural integrity to it.
Try to pull this tight. When the pressure increases on the inside, it's gonna find resistance against the angle iron and stop movement right there in its track. Let's not knock no more damn holes in it.
Yeah.
Get that tarp on it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Is that enough? All right, let's get.
In Tennessee, after facing setbacks with their complicated still build, Mark and Digger returned to their new Backwood Still site with no time to lose to run the popcorn Sutton Legacy mash they made over a week ago.
Oh man, look at these. They're everywhere in here. I can't go no further. I'm gonna stop right here.
Let's go check on our barrels. This can't be good.
Look at them. Lo and behold, the cows got loose. It's an issue with them wandering around up here. We're going to go through them. We got to get them on out of here. Come on now. Time to go. Come on.
Can we not win for losing? We can't fight these rascals and put up with them, worry with them every time we come over here.
No. There's no bueno.
Let's go look.
Let's go look.
Look at this digger. Look at here.
Well, that ain't gonna work.
And they ain't ate it. They's just sniffing and nosy. It was just sour. They thought they wanted it. Look here at all this good, nice popcorn Sutton Legacy liquor laying on the ground.
These old cows, they've come up and they've bumped these old barrels over thinking it was something they could eat, and it turns out it's something they didn't like. There's a reason I don't like damn beef unless it's on my plate.